Hey everybody, this is Sawanda Spinks with BornToBlossom.com, and I wanted to ask you a question today. The question that I want to ask you is, what have you done today to create some happiness in your life? What have you done today to create some happiness in your life? Now, the reason why I'm telling you this and I'm sharing this with you is because I actually just got back from a professional development training. I'm always trying to improve myself, improve my skills. I'm always trying to, just definitely hone in on, maybe some things that I'm weak in, some skills that I'm weak in that I would like to improve on. And I mean, as soon as the seminar instructor um, started talking, I mean, this was an all day thing. As soon as she started talking, the first thing that she asked us was about our happiness. Now, I don't care what professional training I go to, what personal training I go to. I mean, whether it's sales and marketing, whether it's about money, finance, whether it's about time management, organizational skills, whatever. Every trainer, every instructor has always asked the question, are you happy? And so I wanted to ask you today, are you happy? What have you done today to create some happiness in your life? Now, I wanted to share just a couple of facts about happiness, and you'll see where I'm going with this. One of the things that I just looked up and I saw research shows that 40% of your happiness levels has to do with friendship, has to do with work, and has to do with community or participation in your community. 40%. That's a lot. All right, here's another one. Another fact is the happier you are, the more antibodies your body actually generates. And it generates up to 50% more. I did not know that. Isn't that interesting? Another fact was happy people generally earn more than unhappy people. Well, okay, if you think about it, if you do what you love, think about how productive you really are when you are doing something that you really do enjoy. I think that's why I emphasize finding your passion, and that's why I created a whole business about finding your passion, doing what you love, and getting paid doing it because I was there 10, 11 years ago where I was in a job that I could not stand. I was in work that just meant nothing to me. And so now I am in a position where I am working in a position that I really do love. And that makes me happy being in my element, being in my purpose, you know. So that makes sense when they say that happier people generally earn more than unhappy people. Because what are unhappy people going to do? Are they going to really get bonuses? Not really, because they're just kind of getting by. All right. And here was a really good, fascinating fact that I just learned. And it said, do you know that your scent, your body scent, actually changes between when you are stressed and when you are happy? So, my single friends out here, think about just when you're meeting someone. If you're stressed out, clinical experiments on body odor have proven that your scent changes when you are stressed and it changes when you are happy. I mean, wow. Like, I mean, I knew the mind body connection and everything is definitely something that is a fact. But I did not know that when it comes to happiness or when it comes to an emotion, that the emotion not only affects you on the inside, but it also affects you on the outside. Interesting stuff. I'll give you a couple more. Happy people create happy results. That makes sense. Happy people create happy results, and this is not just in the workplace. This is also in the home. This is also in relationships. This is also in family. Happy people create happy children, happy environments. in your home, in your office, in wherever, so that makes sense. And then the last one I want to give you, um, I found out that the most powerful way to increase your long-term feelings of happiness is to understand and know your life purpose and to work on sharing that with yourself and others. Let me say that again. The most powerful way to increase your long term feelings of happiness is to understand and know your life purpose and to work on sharing that with yourself and others. Now, here's the funny part, that is my primary focus when it comes to my business. My business is to help empower women to finding their passion and then turning that passion into a profession. Now, the reason why I decided to get into that field is because I did it myself. And when I did it myself and I realized all of the benefits and all of the happiness that I was getting as far as living my dream, living my love, you know, that really brought a lot of happiness in my life, but I didn't know that it was a true fact. I knew it was a fact for me, and I wanted everyone else to kind of feel the same thing that I'm feeling, but it is saying that in order to increase your long-term feelings of happiness is to know and understand your life purpose. And I thought that was absolutely powerful. So, what in the world does that have to do with you? Okay? Actually, it has everything to do with you. And when you are happy, you actually see the world in a happier place. You start focusing on the good things that you have and not really focus on all of the negative things you have. With my clients, I'm always asking my clients the main thing first before we even get started, is not only what do you want to be when you grow up, but also, what is your big why? What's your motivation to even live your passion? And your big why, 9 times out of 10, your big why is a happy place, is actually trying to be more happier in something or in doing something. And, I'm realizing that when you are happy, you produce happier ideas or creative ideas. When you're more happy, you produce positive relationships, positive children, purposeful jobs. You start really looking at life as half full and not half empty. You also are really able to accomplish more when it comes to whatever it is, your business, home life, family, spiritual life, your finances. I mean, you start finding happier things in all areas in your life. So, if you haven't found your happy today, I am happy to share with you some of the happy things or the happy stuff that I do and that I used to do or that someone else has done. And so I just wanted to share a couple of things or a couple of suggestions for you. One of them is to perform random acts of kindness to someone that you may know or that you may not know. I remember a couple of times when I used to go up and down Georgia 400. For those who are in Georgia, you all know about the toll that we have up in 400, Highway 400, and it's 50 cents. And of course, 50 cents. Sometimes you're scrounging around, you're looking to see if you have it, and you either have it or you don't have it. But if you don't have it, you're in trouble. But one day, I just remember giving the teller $1, and I just said, "Here, give that guy, or lady, whoever it was in the back, give that person the 50 cents, and she can just keep going." And I didn't know who she was. I didn't ask for a thank you. I didn't, nothing. It was just an act of random kindness. And I felt good that day. I really felt good that day, and it was just something as small as that. It could also be something as small as, this is kind of weird. Actually, it's not weird. You may think it is because you probably never done it before. Now, I haven't done this before, but a friend of mine did it, and she said that she was so excited all day. And but what she did was she actually gave um, flowers to herself. She actually ordered flowers and have them delivered at her job. And I mean, she didn't tell anybody that she did it for herself, but she ended up having these beautiful bouquet of flowers on her desk, and all day every day, I mean all, well, not every day, but all day for a couple of days, she was just so happy to just see a bunch of flowers, on her desk. And of course, everybody's asking, "Oh, where did you get these flowers from? Oh, where did you get?" You can tell them whatever you want. But but for her, she just said, "Oh, someone gave these to me." She wasn't lying. Someone did give it to her. It was her. So, but do something nice for yourself. Why not? Why do we have to wait for someone to do it for us? Do it for yourself. Another one is, and this is my favorite. I'm always telling my clients to do this. You want to find something or some things. I say five things that you are grateful for every single day and every single night. Now, what I do is a little homework assignment, and what happens is, excuse me, what happens is every night before I go to bed, I start thinking about all of the things that, or start focusing on the things that were good. Like what happened that was really good today. Because we as a society, for some reason, we are always talking about the negative stuff. What we did wrong, or what did he do to me, or what did she do to me, or I can't believe I did this, or I can't believe that happened, and I'm getting so overwhelmed, and blah, blah, blah. So I decided to retrain my mind by every night going and finding out all of the, or not finding out, but writing down all of the positive things that happened to me today, all the things that I'm grateful for that happened that day. And so what I do is play a game with myself during the day. So instead of sitting here looking for all the negative things that are going on, in my life, I think about all the positive things that are going on in my life, and the positive actually outweighs the negative. And so what I do is, like I said, play a game with myself. And if I know I have to find five things before I go to bed that night, then I start like actually looking and consciously being aware of the things that I am focusing on. And so when I go to bed, before I go to bed that night and I'm writing out my stuff, it's almost like I knew what I was going to write. So I'm like, oh, yeah, 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 I remember this, I remember this, I remember this. And my homework assignment is easy. So play a game with yourself. Stop looking for the negative stuff. Focus on the positive. And at night, write down at least five of the things, of the good things that are happening to you or that have happened to you that day. And then watch how your whole life starts to change right in front of your eyes, because you have retrained now. You've retrained an old habit. You have now retrained an old habit into a new habit. And so now your new habit is start looking for everything positive and not look for everything negative. One more, and I'll let you go. We also have, oh, I love this one. Take a walk. What are some things that really make you happy? For me, unfortunately, the beach is not close for me, so I can't just jump into my car like some of you guys. I can't just jump into my car and go to the beach and enjoy the ocean. That is my absolute favorite. When I'm around water, when I'm around the ocean, the river, the lakes, mostly the ocean, I mean, I get this sense of happiness. And I try and do that every time I am somewhere close to a beach, but take a walk in nature. Do something in nature. Sit down, meditate, enjoy the sunlight, enjoy the rain, enjoy nature, enjoy just hearing, the birds or the crickets or something. Do a little sunbathing, with clothes on, please. Do some sunbathing, but you're sitting there and you're actually getting that vitamin D in your system. Vitamin D and happiness connect. They actually connect. So, One of my other favorites, hugging a child. Whether I'm hugging my child or I'm hugging a child, I'm hugging a child. I mean, think about a child's reaction, or think about a child's energy. You know, if you don't like your child that day, then find someone else's child to hug, okay? So, but think about being around children, especially if you like them. But hugging a child or playing with a child, they can play all day long, but that is happiness to them. Is when you are giving your time and your energy to them, and they're just laughing and cutting up and just having a ball. So, those are just some of the ideas of how to create some happiness in your life. But I really do want you to at least try to do 5 things this week. Did you hear me? 5 things this week. Five. Five. 5 things this week that you can do to increase your happiness. One thing that I did learn in one of my trainings is when you do 5 happiness acts in one week, do you know that that will create or increase your happiness for 3 whole months? Did you hear what did you hear what I said? 5 acts of happiness. Whatever you decide to do for yourself or for someone else, and that makes you happy, 5 of those things will actually create or increase happiness for up to 3 months. Is that awesome or what? So, what you're doing is actually building up this happiness, so that as the happiness flows within you, then your environment starts becoming more happier in your life and in the life of others. So I just want you to take this seriously, but take it fun as well, okay? Because this is all about fun, but this is all about retraining and reprogramming your mind. Because we all have a purpose in life. We all have something that we want to do in life. You were born to win. You were born to blossom. You were born to do anything and everything that you choose to do. But you can't do those things when you are in a negative state, or when you are in a sad or emotional or depressed state. So in order to kind of jump up a little bit and get some happy going, do some of the things that were suggested, or do something that, was not suggested, but do something in order to make some happiness in your life today. That's your blossoming moment for the week. And I hope you take me up on my challenge. If you have done at least 1 or 2 of these things, email me. Let me know what you have done. I'd love to hear from you. And I'd love for you to share your ideas as to what you have done to create some happiness. You can always email me at sawanda spinks@borntoblossom.com. Take care, everybody, and always continue to blossom. Bye-bye.